As I talked about yesterday, the news of the Iranian nuclear strikes triggered strong reactions among Americans. Obviously, this split many people. Some were celebrating this as a historic move, while others feared that it could now escalate our involvement in the Middle East even further because we didn't want to be involved in foreign wars. Thankfully, though, as of today and late last night, those fears seem to be calmed by the historic ceasefire that is currently in progress between Iran and Israel thanks to Donald Trump. This is a huge victory. I'm speechless in the best way possible. This is awesome. If this holds, it is truly, truly incredible. But even just 24 hours ago, during the uncertainty of what was going to happen next as a result of those strikes, it made sense that debates and discussions were happening online. However, there was one certain theme that was emerging that literally made no sense whatsoever to me, especially coming from those who celebrate and pretend to be defenders of women's rights. I'm just going to start off with the LA Sheriff's Department, who sent their condolences to Iran. Truly, this also makes me speechless in the worst way. I truly could not believe my eyes here. I saw this reported on multiple platforms around X. These posts have since been deleted, and then they went back and edited the tweet, and then it's since been deleted completely, and then they put out an apology tweet being like, sorry, this does not reflect the views of the Sheriff's Department, which good, but also then why did you tweet this super long thing? I could not believe that. And that attitude overall, especially among many leftists, has enraged Iranians and caused them to speak up and share some of the present realities of their situation in Iran so that people can have a full understanding of what is going on, or at least their perspective on this situation. One woman who is Iranian, she tweeted, "It's weird being an Iranian right now, scrolling through my feed and seeing all my fellow Iranians praying for freedom and seeing every white leftist and terror sympathizer praying the oppressor wins for humanity." The regime currently running Iran has been killing Americans and their own people for nearly the last 50 years. And maybe people are not aware of that, but the Islamic Republic is semi-new to Iran as a whole and to the Iranian people. And they hate the Islamic Republic. So here are just a few of these TikToks that I've been watching over the last couple of days, seeing these people just start to speak up about that.
What's up, my people? Just wanted to share with y'all that the Islamic regime in Iran, the Islamic government, shut down the internet for over 12 hours right now, so we haven't heard anything of our families and friends. And remember, this is not America, this is not Israel doing this. This is a fucking government in Iran. This is an Islamic regime. And y'all wonder why we hate them? They've been doing this to my people for 47 years. We are worried for the political prisoners. We are worried for our regular people because we think that since they're losing the war to Israel, they might just take their fucking revenge on our own people. My people hate the government. We've been trying to take them down for 46 years and they killed us. They killed us so many times. They killed our kids.
So many people hate the Islamic regime or the Islamic Republic. They don't like it. And also to be clear, this wasn't always the case for the Iranian people. If you've ever seen photos from them in the 70s and 60s, it's a completely different looking country. That was all prior to the Islamic regime taking over, but it was a whole different world. Many who in their lifetime have seen this transformation go from that to this. It puts a lot more into perspective, but also it just raises a bunch more questions. And I would love to talk to these people like for a long period of time to understand even more. But again, it's important to know this kind of thing because you just see these little things on social media just said without any context. And then starting to hear more context or understanding is always a good thing.
I'm not going to tell you that you have to support the Iranian strikes. I'm also not going to tell you you have to be against the Iranian strikes. I will tell you personally, as an American citizen who has learned a lot about what Iranian people have gone through, about what Iranian women have gone through, I do understand why they keep telling the Western civilization, specifically liberals and Democrats, to shut their mouth. Because they know nothing. They know absolutely nothing. I thought I knew. Absolutely not. You scream oppression here in the United States like you have an idea of what the that means. And you don't. You want to go to an oppressed country? Go to Iran. Who has lost their rights, women in particular especially. Anybody who speaks out against the Ayatollah at all, criticizes them, calls them out on their propaganda. Unalived, gone, disappeared. The thing that you scream about here for voicing your opinion is the very thing that's happening over in Iran. And you have the audacity to cheer for them, cheer for the people who have oppressed a citizen group for almost 50 years. You think you have some type of justification to tell us what's right and what's wrong, to tell them what's right and what's wrong, to tell them what they can and cannot cheer for?
It's just so interesting hearing from people who do know more of the reality from Iran. And here's an Iranian woman speaking.
So this video is for the people who are backing up Iran right now, mostly Democrats, that they are supporting Iran right now. So I want to go over a few rules and laws in Iran about women. Basically, it's everything against what Democrats believe. So if you're a woman in Iran, they see you as a half a brain. So you don't have the full brain. So let's say if you witnessed a murder and you're a woman and you want to go to the court and say that you witnessed a murder, there should be 3 women. So your witness, like your words, will be approved in the court. Versus if it's a man and it witnessed a murder, only 1 man is enough. Why? Because they say women have half a brain. If you're a woman in Iran, you have kids and you want to divorce, you only can have that child until 7 years. After 7 years, your child is for your husband, and he can come and take the child away from you, and you might never ever see your child again. Or if he doesn't want to, he can leave this child with you, and there is nothing that you can do about it. If you're a woman in Iran and you're being beaten up by your husband, and me as your neighbor call the police and say, my neighbor is, hitting his wife to death, police will do nothing. They will say, well, it's a family matter and it is his wife. So basically, a wife for a man is like an object, just like they bought a car or something. So they will not interfere, and they will say that it's their personal problem, it's not our problem. If you're a woman in Iran and you want to travel out of country, you have to have the approval from your father if you're single, or your brother if you don't have a father. If you're married, you have to have the approval from your husband. So basically, your husband has to sign a paper that gives you the permission to leave the country. As a woman in Iran, we get assaulted every day. Me, myself, I've been in Iran for 27 years. I've been assaulted every day. Not by ragging, but you walking in the street, they will touch your butt. They will touch you. They will say nasty things in your ear. You're not safe anywhere. You sit in taxi, a man next to you, they will touch you. There is nothing you can do really about it.
Oh, it's like hard to listen to. And that's just one of many videos. The same people crying here that we've lost women's rights, they have no idea. I mean, that's the most infuriating part when I see people saying things about Iran positively, but then are not addressing the severe violation to human rights and to women's rights that they are facing every single day. Like, where is that energy? I do not understand it. I have no words. My heart aches for all the Iranian women. I mean, truly. People support Iran only to disagree with Trump. Yeah. And honestly, that's what it feels like. It shouldn't be like that, but that's how this feels because it doesn't make any other sense any other way.
If this is you have lost the plot. You have lost the plot. You are so far to the left that you have come all the way back to the right. You are the oppressor. You have become the oppressor that you so vehemently oppose. Have you ever spoken to an Iranian? Do you know anything about the struggles of the Iranian people? What we have been screaming for years? Have you not talked to one Iranian? Who are you? Show yourself.
Truly mind-boggling. Some other comments said, they became so anti-Trump, they are defending a country that is quite literally against everything they claim to stand for. Another person said, think they know that The Handmaid's Tale is based on Iran? I mean, it literally is. That's also something that I see people talk about The Handmaid's Tale all the time, and it's not even about our own country. It's literally about this country. And they're just ignoring that. That's inconvenient truth that they don't want to deal with. No, like, I actually can't look at this stuff because it makes me freak out. People have completely lost the plot. It is terrifying. It is terrifying to see that kind of behavior. When it's not hard anymore to go look up what's happening. Speaking of lost the plot and crazy leftists saying just the most absurd things ever, Whoopi Goldberg said something a couple days ago that was so mind-boggling that I just wanted to show you guys. A bunch of comments were pointing that out too. They were saying, Whoopi from The View says it's worse though.
But let's just remember too, the Iranians literally throw gay people off of buildings. They don't adhere to basic human rights.
Listen, here's the thing.
Let's
not do that, because if we start with that, we have been known in this country to tie gay folks to the car.
I'm sorry, but where the Iranian regime is today.
Our government? What?
It is not even the same. I couldn't step foot during this.
Wait. That's not what you mean to say. It is the same.
No, it's not.
No, she doesn't mean to say it. It's not the same. America in 2025 and Iran? Are you kidding me?
The year 2025 in the United States is nothing like if I step foot wearing this outfit in Tehran right
Listen,
killed for
I'm
Mahsa
sorry.
Amini.
Well, they were like around
listen,
No,
this-
I can't have my hair showing. I can't wear a skirt. I can't have my
Understood.
arms out.
I'm telling you, as a
I literally said it was
Lord,
up to the
forget it.
Iranian people.
Yes.
It is up to them.
And that's why I am saying that it is the same. Murdering someone for their difference is not good, whoever does it. It's not good.
That takes us...
You weren't saying what I heard was not what you meant.
I think
that's,
it's very different to
you
live
know,
in the United States in 2025 than it is to live in Iran.
Not if you're black.
Not for everybody.
Not if you're black.
Guys, don't go to Tehran. Do not, no one at this table should go to Tehran.
I love it. She's like, don't go to Tehran. You idiots. Stop talking. Like, if I don't know why the producers don't come out, or I don't know why the show is still in the air, frankly.
Let me tell you about being in this country. This is the greatest country in the world.
At least she has one little moment of truth.
But every day, we are worried. Do we have to be worried about our kids? Are our kids going to get shot because they're running through somebody's neighborhood? They are not big deals, and I don't mean to say they're not big deals to you, because that's not what I meant.
And they are not doing well there either.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to diminish the very real problems we have in this country. That is
good.
no one's intent.
Good.
But I think it's important we remember there are places much darker than this country and people
But
who deserve
listen,
rights.
Not
and we
everybody feels that way. Not everybody feels that way. Listen, I'm sorry. You know, when you think about the fact that we got the vote in 1965.
Okay, they don't have free and fair elections in Iran. It's not even the same universe.
She is so desperately clinging to a victim complex because she wants it to be the same as Iran for some reason. It doesn't make any sense. A bunch of wealthy elite women talking as if they know the first thing about life in another country, especially in a country under the Islamic Republic. Like, shut up. Shut up. Oh my gosh. Her take is just so obnoxious. She's so woke, she doesn't even know how to think clearly. Frankly, some woke people have caused others to create entire companies because they're just so infuriating, like Jeremy's Razors. Because if you are so sick and tired of woke companies, you can support a company like Jeremy's Razors that is completely logical. Makes sense. They believe what a man and a woman is, which is also an important distinction that I don't think Whoopi is able to make. Now, Jeremy's Razors has 5 stainless steel blades that destroy stubble and corporate pandering. They even have a precision trimmer for clean lines and tight corners. Plus, they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can try it out, and if you don't like it, you could just send it back for a full refund. But trust me, I love my Jeremy's Razors. I literally use them every day, and I don't think that you'll be sending them back. So if you want to give it a try, you can subscribe today and get 27% off of blade refills. Just head to jeremy'srazors.com. That is jeremy'srazors.com today. No woke nonsense, just on this show when I share with you the insane woke nonsense like this from Whoopi. Whoopi is more privileged than 99.999% of the world. Yes. And yet she tries so hard to not be. Another person said, not all black people live in a struggle. A lot of us are actually living a damn good life. We don't only struggle, we thrive. And then the creator, who is also black, said, exactly. And I saw so many other black creators coming out just completely denouncing what Whoopi was saying because it's categorically false.
Farrah on The View basically said, the United States in 2025 is not as bad as Iran in 2025. And Whoopi Goldberg said, not if you're black. Are you kidding me? Whoopi, you are a multi-millionaire black woman sitting on national television comparing what it is like to live in Iran versus being black in America. That should tell you right there the difference between Iran and living in America. The freedom that you have to even express that on national television should tell you the difference between Iran and America. We're talking about a country where real tyranny actually exists. Meanwhile, y'all can freely march the streets screaming that Trump is a king with no type of penalty. We're living in a time where we should be united, yet y'all on The View continuously preach division, and it is just,
Yeah, it's doesn't get any more delusional than this. I mean, truly does not. I just saw so many people speaking up and out against this, which I loved. And I'm glad that maybe it takes someone like Whoopi saying something so stupid that everyone starts to go, no, we're not anything like that. Now, in that conversation, debate, whatever you want to call what The View is, Sarah Haynes did make a great point. She called out Mahsa Amini's name, and I've seen her name said multiple times throughout these discussions. And it really shocked me that, have we forgotten Mahsa Amini? It was back in Iran in 2022. She died after being tortured by the morality police because she wasn't wearing her hijab correctly. And then after her death in Iran, protests erupted that resulted in over 500 deaths of Iranian civilians at the hand of their government. So no, our countries are not the same at all. Do we have that short of an attention span, like a memory? Hundreds of people died after, and we've forgotten? I mean, it is truly mind-boggling. I did a story about it as my little reporter Facebook videos. I did a whole deep dive in Mahsa Amini because I couldn't believe that was happening. And when I learned about it, I was like, and we're fighting for women's rights here because we want to kill our babies? That's our only right that is being stripped? And then there's women thousands of miles away facing that? And then you don't have those leftists that are complaining about the women's rights here actually caring about those things and protesting and fighting those things. And this is a perfect example of that. It's just, there's such a tone-deaf inability to understand anything outside of our own bubbles. There is clearly a much deeper conflict going on and decades-long struggles that most of us in social media are just now waking up to the reality of. Now we can be praying for peace with the news of this new ceasefire and focus our attention and prayers to the human rights struggles of the Iranian people. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you want more content like this, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video if you enjoyed it. For other content, you can also follow me on Instagram and X, as well as our brand new comment section Instagram. I'll see you in the next episode.